Johanson. I'm a freshman here at Lewis and Clark College, and I'm planning on either being a music major or an English major. I was drawn to Lewis and Clark because of my desire to be a music major, specifically a composition major. I'm from Williamsburg, Virginia, and my mother is a music professor at the College of William and Mary, and so I had the good fortune to study with the two composers on staff there at the college, who are both coincidentally Lewis and Clark graduates, and so they both encouraged me to apply here, and so I came out and visited and loved the school, loved the campus, loved the students here, and got to meet some professors on the music staff, and just really got a good vibe from it.
We do like to think, and I certainly believe that we have a very rigorous program that includes a number of different supplementary subjects in addition to private composition study. Oftentimes we hear a discussion about whether composition can in fact even be taught. And it's an interesting question. I see my role more of as a guide rather than a teacher in the conventional sense, where everything is right, wrong, or that kind of situation. But I think it's very important for young composers to have a guide.
I love my teachers. All of my teachers are young. They're enthusiastic. They've got lots of energy, which rubs off on the students, and they've got very interesting ways of posing questions, of looking at things, getting you to think about subjects in a way that you wouldn't. And they're all just very interesting people.
I think it's a very good thing for any creative artist to have connections that branch out from the music school world that sometimes can be a little bit limiting. I mean, it's a wonderful world and environment that we have here in the music school, but one of the real strengths of the liberal arts education is that these students do get to deal with their compositional and musical problems that they happen to be encountering, and then they get to go and apply themselves to something totally different. And I think that there's a very important process of drawing connections between different disciplines, which do really impact each other in important ways, and I think that's very important.
Everybody's got a different taste in music, slightly different taste in music, so you can be absorbed and introduced to all these great artists and different genres of music that you've never even heard of before.
The composition itself and any creative art has to be a very intensely personal experience, and in that way it can be problematic to involve another person, but I think the term collaboration might be fair in some senses of the word. Again, I think it's very important to have someone just to touch base with and to kind of bounce ideas off of. Without that, it just becomes you and the piano or the computer or so forth, and that experience can be quite, I guess, a lonely one, and that's okay. But I think it's also important for all of us, teachers, students, to have that human interaction. And ultimately, when we have our pieces performed, we're working with live performers. And for me, that's one of the most rewarding parts of being a composer,